Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Everybody remembers Ahmad Rashad when he was playing football here, perhaps with the Minnesota Vikings. Now he's married to Felicia on the Cosby Show.
That's right.
Now, we heard
They have
that...
a little girl.
They have a little girl. It's almost 3, I guess. We heard that he never said anything about marriage before he went on television to propose to her.
Can you believe he had
never
the nerve
talked
to do
marriage
that?
before he
I
went
didn't
on the
know
air.
that. No.
Let's take a look at him now.
I think
Ahmad
he'd be sure
Rashad.
she was going to say yes.
That's right. But instead, I guess he was kind of tricking her into it. Anyway, we're going to be talking to him via satellite in just a few moments. Ahmad Rashad.
Also, everybody's thinking cooking this week. We're going to do some last-minute Thanksgiving ideas, including a cranberry pie.
And I'm Mike Brunswick. Back in 1987, I received a letter from a young woman which led to an interesting story about her quest for new lungs. That's the story we'll see today, later on this show.
And some commercials within our show, because we're going to show you some of those funny ones from all over the world that won the Cleo Awards.
And also in today's show, Gary is going to take you down to Paradise Island because there was a fundraiser down there that was sponsored by Merv Griffin. Now here's the scene. Gary shows up at this place in Paradise Island. He goes onto the golf course. Robert Wagner is right behind him. All of a sudden, here comes Jill St. John. Of course, none of them know who Gary Lumpkin is.
They didn't recognize Gary?
He wants to talk to them in an interview. What does he do? Watch.
I want to make a kind of see if you'll go along with me on this. I'm going to try to interview not only Bob, but Burt Lancaster and some other people there. And I'm going to pretend to have met them in the past. And they're always such nice people. I'm wondering how many of them will go along with me and say, oh, yeah, I remember. Or how many of them will say, gee, I don't remember, and tell the truth.
I think most of them will say, I don't remember. I think a lot of people try that on celebrities.
Oh, they do?
It doesn't usually work.
I mean, I didn't come up with an original idea?
Well, you know, there are only 6 plots in the whole world anyway, so it was original for you.
So I guess for me to say, don't you remember the time back in 77?
I think most of them will say, to tell you the truth, I don't remember.
Okay, well, it'll be fun to find out. By the time this is all over, maybe we'll check back in with you and we'll tally up the score.
All right, I'd like to know how you made out on this one.
Okay, thanks.
At least you didn't try it on me.
Well, I can see I would not even get anywhere. That's what we'll try, and we'll maybe check back with Jill at the end of the day and see if we're able to schmooze or to be told, I don't know you from the man in the moon. Okay?
Well, I'm sure they'll all be very nice about it. I'd like to see. We'll
okay,
see.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Back to you on the set.
Of course, the truth is Gary just wouldn't let them take their golf shot unless he could talk to them first.
Oh, really? They had to talk
I think there
before
was
they
some
could
of that
shoot.
going on.
Yeah.
We'll find out. All that just ahead on Good Company.
From the Twin Cities, it's Good Company. With your hosts, Steve Edelman and Sharon Anderson. Field host Gary Lumpkin. And People reporter Mike Brunswick. And now, your hosts, the husband and wife team, Steve and Sharon.
Sure, well, about this thing.
Well, hi, everybody.
You know, sometimes you might wonder how we get our stories, like Gary flying down to Paradise Island to talk to big stars.
How do we do that?
In this particular case, the item appeared about 8 weeks ago in USA Today. Just a little column that said that Merv Griffin was going to have this big fundraiser. So we thought, hey, wouldn't it be great if Gary went down there and talked to some of these stars?
We heard who was going to be down there. Burt Lancaster.
Right, well, Merv Griffin's buddies.
Oh, really? That's how it
Some people
goes?
from Dynasty we heard were going to be down there. And so we thought, send them, see what happens.
All right, so this was just this last weekend, and Gary did decide to go, but as you saw, nobody knew who Gary was. Kind of hurt his feelings, I think. But anyway, he decided he was going to get the interviews anyway. So let's see what happened when Gary went to Paradise Island for this big pro tournament.
Over my shoulder, you're watching television and motion picture star Robert Wagner as he lines up a putt and gets ready to stroke it at the Bahamas. That's right, we're playing golf at the Bahamas Paradise Island Resort. He's playing in a celebrity golf tournament. It's a fundraiser. And we're going to be talking to not only Robert Wagner, but a number of other celebrities here, but with a little bit of a twist. We're going to see how many of them will pretend that they know me if I kind of pretend I know them.
Now, the event was called the Star Sports Spectacular, and it was hosted by Merv Griffin, who is the owner of the Paradise Island Resort Complex. Now, Merv invited some of his Hollywood friends, like Robert Wagner here, for a celebrity golf and tennis tournament as a charity fundraiser. And there were lots of stars. I mean, here's Burt Lancaster, and they all seemed so approachable, I figured this would be easy. But earlier, Jill St. John told me not to be so sure.
I think a lot of people try that on celebrities.
Oh, they do?
It doesn't usually work.
Well, after hearing that, I have to tell you, I did think twice about my idea. So, as I approached my first celebrity, Robert Wagner, I must admit I chickened out a little, and instead of making up a story totally about us meeting once before, I reminded him of something that really did happen between him and our own Sharon Anderson. Not too long ago, when Sharon was visiting the set of Heart to Heart, Robert Wagner surprised her with a kiss.
Yes, and of course you remember that kiss vividly.
I do, yes, I do.
Does it haunt you at night?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, but I remember it. It doesn't haunt me.
Now, did he actually remember that kiss? Well, it's hard to say. Since it really did happen, he may have, or maybe he just pretended to be nice. Well, this time, I'm not chickening out. This time, I'm really going to make up a story to see what happens. And my target this time is Burt Lancaster. And although we've never met, I did see him once at a golf tournament in 1962. I'll use that event to establish the credibility of my story.
There's no way you're going to remember this, but do you remember the March Air Force Base, Riverside, California, celebrity golf tournament? They used to have that?
I played it twice, I think.
I caddied for you one time.
Really?
I believe it was 1962.
Put the camera on him and I'll ask the questions.
You do remember that golf tournament, though?
Twice, I believe.
Yeah. You don't probably remember the little kid that was the caddy, though.
I'm so sorry, but I don't.
Now there's a nice man. He really wanted to remember me, but of course he never could because I never really caddied for him. Well, next, I picked on Dinah Shore. Now, Dinah, as you probably know, is a real golf enthusiast, and in fact, she hosts her own ladies' professional golf tournament each year in Palm Springs. And events like that often use volunteers for crowd control. So, when we talked, that was the beginning of my story. I told her I was one of those volunteers.
Well, actually, you gave me a hug then.
Did I?
I got you a drink of water, and you gave me a hug.
Okay.
Because I begged for it, actually.
The water?
The hug.
Oh, you got it.
And I get another hug now too.
Yeah. What for?
Oh.
Okay, you gonna get me a glass of water? No, you got all.
You can have anything you want. And of course, and you remember all of that.
All I want, of course I do.
Oh.
Well, of course she didn't, because it never happened. But Dinah was just too nice to say otherwise. I guess she just couldn't bear to hurt the feelings of someone who had just told her that they had hugged once before.
Wow, this isn't going quite like I expected. I mean, these celebrities are being so nice. You know, Jill St. John said that most of the celebrities would call me on it. They'd call my bluff and say, I don't know you, I never met you, but it's not happening that way. They're being so nice. And of course, there is an element of truth into most of my stories, but then, gosh, Dinah Shore, she was so nice. I mean, I'm starting to feel guilty. Okay, the next celebrity I try this on, I'll try something really outrageous, totally made up. We'll see what happens then.
So as I moved on to the next group, I knew I had to come up with something really different, and I had no idea what it would be as I spotted my next celebrity target, veteran actor Leslie Nielsen. Now, I've read that although he's nice, he's also a no-nonsense kind of guy. But when we talked, I quickly learned there's another side to Leslie Nielsen.
Are we on the air?
Well, for a while.
We weren't on the air, were we?
Thank you. I'm not sure. There's a frog around here somewhere.
Pretty windy around here, I'll tell you. Well, what would you like to know?
One of us is speechless.
Yes, okay.
Maybe both of us.
You'll handle it.
Yep, Leslie had a little noisemaker in his hand and was having great fun at my expense. And he also liked to make silly faces at the camera. So with all this going on, I almost forgot my plan. That we had met when I was an extra in his hit movie, The Naked Gun.
Frank, it's the truth.
It's true what they say, cops and women don't mix. It's like eating a spoonful of Drano. Sure, it'll clean you out. It'll leave you hollow inside.
Now, I told Leslie that I not only was in the film, but that he and I had talked during the shooting.
I suppose you're going to tell me you don't remember our previous meeting.
No, I don't. When was it?
We did a story once, and I was an extra on The Naked Gun.
You were?
Yes. And
which scene?
It was the scene where you had...
The trees? Sure.
In fact, you said, you told me, can you move it just to the left a little bit?
I did.
Uh-oh, he's skeptical already. So I tried to keep up the act by making up even more details about our meeting.
Down the street.
But the more I talked, the less he believed.
See what he mean? I mean, he is, isn't he? I figured. You're lying to me.
You know,
Cop, you can't fool me, pal.
I've been going around talking to people all day long and trying stuff like that. You're the first one that's caught me.
Well, all right, you're under arrest. You thought I was a dumb cop.
No way, not anymore.
Not me, I do.
That's it. We'll see you next time. Yes. I've been busted.
And thank you for talking. Busted?
Busted. Officer Frank.
Holiday tips in just a moment, some things going on and some suggestions to help you get you through your meals.
But first we want to mention that this coming Monday we're having a special show with some dads and infants. We're looking for dads who take care of their kids quite a bit, and the kids have to be 1-year-old or less. We're asking for those dads to come in. And if you'd like to be part of that, call us at 645-3999. All we want you to do is to give us a little kind of a tip on something that you do to take care of the baby that other people might want to try.
I know what you do.
What?
You should call a sitter.
I used to have some tricks. What did I do?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but anyway.
I remember. You used to march back and forth in front of MTV to get him to settle down.
Yeah,
like Saturday afternoon, they'd be bouncing around in front of these rock videos.
That's right.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I remember that.
All right, so that's this coming Monday. We'd love to have you call. And by the way, it could either be a dad who's kind of a Mr. Mom who takes care of the child most of the time, or it can be a dad who's just, you know, there sometimes. All right? Okay,
we have some good bets for you. Some Thanksgiving-oriented, others things going on around the holiday.
And also, this might be a good holiday gift. For example, here we have these little garnishing tools. Have you seen things like this?
Oh, you will love this. You ordered this off television.
I know. Slices and dices kind of deal. Now look at this.
You saw this on TV, had to have it.
I know. I called and I bought 2 of them. Of course, I never took them out of the package, but see how this
You
thing
were going to
works?
give them as gifts.
I know. I think it's a great gift. But anyway, look at, see, you can garnish things. See how this kind of peels off? It's kind of cool, right? You can make all kinds of things with this. For example, you can make this beautiful bird. Look, looks like he's ready to fly, doesn't he?
That's beautiful.
Or, you know, other things you can make 2 of these
it's just
things.
that when you're serving like 20 people on Thanksgiving, it's about the last thing you get around to.
What do you mean? Look at this. This will be a total hit. Just put this on your table, even if the bird is dry and ridiculous. Oh, this guy lost his top.
People will get a kick out of that.
Anyway,
yeah.
There you go. Carson Perry's 6 tools. Get it.
Here's
Go
his top.
for it. Okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's cute. Isn't it?
Okay. I have a suggestion here that you use nails in potatoes. Have you ever heard this before? Oh, a lot of nods in the audience. I didn't know this. Well, you can actually buy these nails. They're called potato nails, and you can get them at Carson's. Can you use regular old aluminum nails? You can? All right. I guess they're supposed to be aluminum.
What does it do?
But the point is, you take them in your you stick them in your baked potato.
Yeah.
Before you cook it. It cuts the cooking time supposedly in half.
You're
True?
kidding. Because it
In
just
half?
absorbs the heat and then radiates it out?
I think so, yeah. So it cooks it from the inside as well as from the outside. Do you need 2 if you have a baked potato? A baked potato like this, okay.
It probably doesn't taste metallic, but it seems like it.
No, it would just take the heat through the inside.
Problem?
You must remember not to put it in the microwave,
Of course, you have to take a tetanus shot before you do this.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's right.
You know,
Anyway, you might try it. You can buy those, I guess. Probably
All
get
right.
them at the hardware store if it's just aluminum nails.
How about this? Yes, an alternative to turkey. Or if you don't think it's an alternative, we're talking beefalo. Think about it.
How do they make a beefalo?
Well, they take 3/8 of a bison, and they take 5/8 of a cow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is it separate meat, or does like the cow do it with the...
Do it?
How does this work? How do we get beefalo?
It's daytime TV. I have no idea. They have a little stork. It has horns. And also, I don't know, what a hump in its back. I don't know how it works.
I haven't a clue, but anyway.
Lower
this
in
is
calories than the chicken, they say. 111 calories in a beefalo T-bone, 190 for broiled breast of chicken. Here's what beefalo looks like.
out there on the market, huh?
Yeah, we're not suggesting you actually do it instead of a turkey, but you might try it over the holidays to surprise your friends. You want to try this, Sharon?
No, go ahead.
You don't? What?
How is it? Does it taste like cow or like buffalo?
Well, excuse me. You want to talk a while?
Yeah. No, I want to watch you try and get this down.
It's so dry.
Oh, is it?
But I think it's the one that we made that made it
if it's lower
particularly
in
dry.
fat and calories and all that, it probably is very
Kind of tastes like a steak. It really does.
Okay.
Midwest Beefalo, 649-4659. And seriously, that one was dry because of the way we made it.
Yeah, right. There's a sample sale coming up. I want to show you some of the examples. Here are Stephanie and Barry wearing very cute outfits from this children's holiday sample sale. It starts today and it goes through November 25th. However, it is closed on Thanksgiving. It's taking place at 10916 Greenbrier Road in Minnetonka. 14 different clothing lines are being represented and some really good deals on children's clothing. So for more information, call 927-0552.
All right.
Thank you, you two.
Thanks,
Very
gang.
nice.
Let's take a look at some other things going on in the Twin Cities that you might want to take advantage of over the holiday season. For example, the Omni Theater has a film. Should we take a look at this?
There it is.
It's called To the Limit. A lot of people are talking about this at the
yes,
Omni
yeah.
Theater, Science Museum's Omni Theater. It's a look at the relationship between the body and intense physical action, shown from the point of view of the athlete we're looking at now. It's supposed to be very good. If you'd like some information, 221-9400 is the number to call. That's at St. Paul's Omni Theater.
And going on once again this year is the Nutcracker. It's going to be taking place at Northrop Auditorium. Oh, we're going to get a sample of that in just a moment. It starts November 25th. Well, there we go. Nutcracker is starting November 25th. Hello?
Yeah, I lost
Hello?
something in my eye here.
Ouch,
Nothing, my
ouch.
contact lens
Going
flipped
through the
over.
December 3rd, you can call Northrop if you want some more information about that. There it is, the Nutcracker going on. 624-2345 is the number to call.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, we have one more quickie we have to tell you about. There is a Wholesaling Days annual event which is taking place in downtown Minneapolis. Used to
Oh,
be
that's
one of
in the
Vicky
warehouse
Audette's-
district?
Yes, the warehouse
Okay, this
district.
happens
Vicky
every year.
Audette's one of her favorite bargains, bargain deals, sponsored by a local group of retailers. Again, that is taking place November 24th through the 10th of December. Best bargains on clothing, jewelry, handbags, outerwear, gloves, sweaters, all kinds of things. 235 Park Avenue in Minneapolis. If you'd like more information, 333-3314. A very nice deal. Take advantage of that.
All right, we have some super bargains that are still in effect.
That's right. We have one for ice cream, Mama D's, and women's sweaters. Take a look. This is going to be fun. We're going to see some of the best television commercials in the world. These are winners of the Cleo Award, and you're looking at what the
This
Cleo
is the
looks
Cleo.
like here. Brought to us by Bruce Jenkins, who is with the Walker Art Center, Director of Film and Video. He's here because the Walker is putting on a show that, again, you might want to take advantage of over this holiday with relatives in, because these Cleos are great, and we're going to see some of the commercials in a moment.
This was won by somebody locally.
Yeah, this is won by Carmichael Lynch. It was won 5 years ago in the print category. Cleos are given out in film and television as well as in print and radio.
So this is an international competition.
As we were saying before, television's been around for about 40 years. 30 of those years there have been the Cleo Awards recognizing the best in broadcast advertising.
All right, why don't you set up our first commercial here that was a winner?
Well, last time we were here, we looked at some American awards, and I wanted to bring a few international. So we're going to see an Australian commercial made for a local fish company.
Okay.
Since we took Terry to see the dolphins, he thinks he is one. Can't get him out of the water. He's even fussy about the fish he eats. So I'm glad Birdseye brought out these junior fish fillets. Tasty, kid-size fillets from the best part of the fish. And they're oven fry. Terry! Dinner!
Birdseye Junior Fillets from the best part of the fish.
That's great.
Yeah, this one now is a Nike commercial.
Walk, boy, I could use a fire hydrant right about now. I used to love it when she ran. She wouldn't go much faster, but she'd tire out quicker. Oh. Now we walk 3 miles a day, 10 miles on the weekends. It's too much. Come on. Watch this. I love doing that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. No. Whoa. I gotta lose some weight. Walk, walk, walk. Dogs were meant to lie in the sun and sleep. They had engraved that on the president of Nike's forehead.
Oh. You know, say dogs are popular performers in American commercials.
For more than 60 years, we've been everybody's favorite chair.
Oh, good boy.
And finally, this is very much like the Oscar-winning performance for the Cleos.
Don't I get 2 pizzas for the price of one?
Don't think of it as one pizza. Think of it as one pizza and one box.
What am I going to do with a box?
Ever hear of origami?
What's that?
A pterodactyl.
A what?
At Little Caesars, you never get just one pizza. You get pizza. 2 great pizzas for one low price.
That's great. So is there any common thread that goes through the awards in a year like this year?
This year in particular, there's a lot of new technology, both computer animation for a lot of the high-tech products, and also just in the Nike ad, a lot of use of Steadicam work.
Ah, right.
Also a lot of humor.
Humor, is that more and more popular in commercials?
Humor is like the international language. First of all, it can be communicated visually. You don't need text, you don't need dialogue. You can make a great deal out of visual humor.
And how do we do, the Americans, when it comes to winning Cleos?
The Americans, and particularly the Midwest-based companies, are very, very strong. It's, right now, I'd say it's kind of bi-coastal. The New York companies and the LA companies have the lion's share of awards, but this year and last year, Chicago and Minneapolis-based companies were quite up there.
Great. Right. I want to mention again, there is a show at the Walker called the Cleos, now through November 29th. If you'd like more information, 375-7622. Good, thank you. Thanks for coming back.
Good to see you again. Thank you.
Don't get smart with me. That was my favorite. Don't get smart with me. Weren't you always tempted to go, huh? How's this, Dan?
We have some ideas for you for Thanksgiving that you might want to try, last-second ideas, all right? But first, we want to mention that we are looking for people to come in our audience tonight. We didn't announce until just now that we are doing a show tonight, so, you know, it's a surprise to everybody, but not us. So, if you'd like to come, 645-3999. If you come, you qualify for a trip for two to Jamaica, Sandals Resort. It's beautiful. Also for a Sony camcorder from Audio King.
And it is the show that's going to be airing on Thanksgiving, so you can just, you know, sit around the turkey and watch yourself on
You watch yourself and say, oh yeah, I remember that. Sure, you know, all the time, okay?
So, yeah, 7 o'clock tonight.
First, we're going to show you how to make a frosty cranberry pie. Now, the beauty of this cranberry pie, I'm going to show you the finished product here. Comes out looking like this. You know, when your oven is all tied up during the Thanksgiving time, you still want to make a dessert. Here's something you can make by just putting it in the freezer, and you don't have to fool around with it because you don't have to bake this, okay?
Okay.
Here's how it works, Sharon. All we did was we took 8 ounces of cream cheese, which we already have in here. Add to that 1 can of cranberries. There you go.
The whole cranberries?
The entire can. There you go. Just dump that in there. Then you're going to add to that
This is whole berry cranberry sauce. Okay, that's what you want.
That's what I want. Sure. Okay. Then add to that 1 cup of your favorite, that's right, Cool Whip. Sharon doesn't like Cool Whip.
I don't like Cool Whip. This is La Creme whipped
Well, this is La
topping.
Creme, that's right. Yeah, this one is lower calories, 12 calories per serving.
Oh.
You can do anything you want. If you want to, you can go all the way and actually have whipped cream. But we thought, hey, whipped cream.
Oh, really? You can use real whipped cream?
Of course. But we decided, hey, give me a break. Who wants to go that far? Too much work. This way, it's all kind of done. You whip the thing up.
I'd use real whipped
It's beautiful. All right? Then you just take this.
That's all it is? Whipped cream?
That's it. You're done.
Cranberries and cream cheese?
That's right.
Okay.
You take the whole thing and you're going to, whoa, you're going to, wow, this thing's kind of like
Stand back.
You're going to put it inside.
Dan's in the kitchen.
This kind of pre-made crust, graham cracker crust that we have there.
How easy can you get, huh?
Isn't that a snack?
Or you could make your own if you really wanted to.
You get the idea. You kind of put that in there and do it so it's nice and even. You know, this isn't coming out badly, is it?
No,
then you take
it's great.
And you stick it in the freezer. How long? Until it's frozen.
Hey, all right.
You know? I mean, why take it out before that? That would make no sense.
Maybe overnight would do it, huh?
You can take these little babies, stick them around the edge, and then garnish it a little bit, you know, with the whipped cream like this. And when you're all done, where did the thing go?
Right there.
Right here. It comes out like, like this.
Did you
It's
taste
great.
it?
Yeah.
Is it delicious?
I like it. Do you want to take a little taste yourself?
Well, sure.
Go ahead, give it a little shot.
I love graham cracker crust. I like cranberries. Cool Whip.
Nummy, nummy,
Yum,
nummy.
yum, yum. Going back for more. It's delicious.
She's going back for more. Well, it's because the other one dropped into the... You like it? Yeah, it's good, and it's really easy, and it won't take up any stove time, and you are going to be a hero.
All right.
All right?
We have a tip from a celebrity for you. Because if you're thinking of little ways to garnish or change the recipes that you're already making, we talked to Barbara Peterson-Burwell, former Miss USA, and she gave us some tips about what her family does. Let's see what she said.
I'm Barbara Peterson-Burwell. Thanksgiving at our house is a collection of family and friends centered around the Thanksgiving dining room table. And of course, the turkey is the honored guest. And I think that probably one of the important elements of our Thanksgiving is the stuffing. What makes our stuffing a little bit different, or at least that's what my father used to say, was that it was made with giblets and water chestnuts. And it was always gone at the end of the meal because he loved it so. A lot of my brothers and sisters really enjoy our squash, and my mother's particularly fond of Grandma Godfrey's cornbread, which was unique because it was made with sour cream. And Thanksgiving dinner is always ended with birthday cake, because it just happens that Thanksgiving is my birthday.
Birthday cake, maybe cranberry pie this year. Yeah, but we have the finished product. Actually, we just took my dressing and added some water chestnuts to it. So if you like a crunchy dressing, that might be an idea for you. And also, as Barbara said, you can use the sour cream in the corn muffins or the cornbread and see if that makes a little difference for you.
Okay.
That's for her family.
And here's a little quickie. Let's say you're going to serve cranberry sauce and you want to do it in a way that's more than just putting it in a little plate like this. How about making a very own customized holder for your friends? That's right.
What would you do?
All you do is you take an orange and you cut the top off, which we've done here. Then you just kind of
scoop it out.
do the old roto-rooter routine. You get that out of there, okay?
Right.
So you're all set there. Now you're going to make a couple of cuts along the edge, and this is going to make, see, we're making a basket. This is going to make the little edges for the basket that you are going to be able to turn up to the top. See, I have one cut there.
I don't get it. You mean like the handle, or?
Yeah, like a handle.
A handle.
A handle, right. What did I call it? The edges?
The little edges, yeah.
Little edges, yeah. Well, that's why I need an interpreter. Okay, so you put, oh no, the whole
jeez. What's it supposed to look like? Do we have a picture?
What is this,
or
like
something from Good
beanbag
Housekeeping
toss or
what?
something? Forget about that. Anyway, if, oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
If I hadn't done that, it would come up like this. Well, I'll show you because we have another one down here. See?
Will you promise me you'll kind of sit and watch
Do I have
football?
another one down here? There was
Until
another
we get dinner on the table?
Wait, I got another one here. So it came, if you do it right, it comes out looking like this.
Yeah.
There. You see those things?
Oh, all right.
See?
Yeah.
There,
So you
side
just leave
view.
it attached a little
Want to
bit.
see a top view? Wait a minute. Top view. Side view. Other side view. Okay, then all you do is you take a little, yeah, shovel that in there.
Okay.
Take a little, what do you call this?
Ribbon.
Thank you. Want to hold this?
Sure.
And then you just put this up here. You put this in here. You tie it to the top. And
is this a ooh or is this a
and
ooh?
people will look at this.
I can't tell.
And they're going to think, hey, my own customized cranberry holder.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Even more on
That is
Thanksgiving.
very cute.
We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
Gordon, call the police. Gordon, I know that somebody's in the house.
The fall of 1987, about the time that the Minnesota Twins won the World Series, that Mike Durant and Mike Brunswick did a People story on a young Twin Cities woman with cystic fibrosis. Well, it was getting to the point where her disease was progressing, and it was very difficult for her to live day to day. So she made the difficult decision to go ahead and have a lung transplant. On today's People story, Mike Brunswick fills in the story for us.
The room sounds like galloping horses. The cupped palms of therapists' hands pound to a rhythmic beat for hours at a time. The only interruption to the beat is caused by a gagging cough. In this room are victims of cystic fibrosis. The pounding loosens up thick mucus that clings to their lungs, almost smothering those precious pink pockets of air. It's early 1988. This is the University of Minnesota Hospital. It is where I first met Colleen Lannon, a CF victim living in the danger zone. Colleen was 25 then, and although CF patients are living longer these days, many are already dead by 25.
I face a certain death with CF someday. Who knows when. But the fact that I'm on oxygen all the time, the fact that I need so much therapy every day, and that I've been coming in the hospital much more frequently is kind of telling me that, you know, it may not be real far away.
Colleen Lannon is not only a 25-year-old facing death, she is also a 25-year-old on a quest for life. In November 1987, I received a letter from Colleen following a story I had done on CF. She wrote, "No matter how hard I work at my health, I still get sick and go in the hospital. I average 2 to 3 months each year in the hospital, but I still keep trying. Do you know why? Because I love life, and I work hard every day to make my life the best it can be." Colleen loved life so much she was willing to risk what little life she may have left to chance a heart-lung transplant. If it succeeded, it would bring her new life. She would be able to do something she had never been able to do normally before. Breathe. February 5th, 1988.
No, you guys, I'm really nervous. I haven't had a cavity filled since I was 8.
You're going to be fine.
Okay. Do you promise?
Before one can get a transplant, anything that can lead to infection must go, including cavities. Colleen has just one. This would be one of the first of many steps she would have to take before she can be entered on the transplant waiting list. Later that day, another step. This one is a test of her lungs' strength. It is also a grim reminder of their weakness.
I get really dizzy when I do that, John. Whew.
On February 19th, Colleen's doctor, world-renowned for keeping CF patients alive well into their 20s, says he's optimistic that Colleen's transplant could lead the way for others. She would be one of the first CF patients to get new lungs.
I'm hoping that she'll be eligible to be on the transplant list, and then that we can keep her well until the organs come along. I'm really optimistic for the CF patients that they will do extremely well.
This is Poindexter. He's my companion.
Moral support?
My moral support. He's been with me on every hospitalization. You can tell he's well loved.
July 6th, 1988, 7:45 a.m. Colleen, with Poindexter by her side, heads for surgery. This isn't the transplant surgery, not yet. Today, they'll be exploring her heart with a catheter to determine if she'll need a heart transplant as well as lung. This is the last big step she must take before getting on the list.
It's exciting. It's kind of scary, but it's exciting too.
Good luck.
Thanks. I need it. Say a prayer for me.
No prayers needed. The test went well. August 9th, 1988, 6:30 p.m. It's CF night at the Metrodome. The Twins will play the Cleveland Indians, and Colleen Lannon will sing the national anthem.
When they called her to ask her to do this, she just laughed and said, "You got to be kidding. I can't do that. I don't sing."
First I said no, and then I jumped in the shower, and I'm taking my shower, and I thought, how many times does a chance like this come along in a person's life? So I thought, what the heck, I might as well do it.
Kind of the kind of girl she was. She just was really gutsy.
By now, her lungs are weaker than ever, but for someone who barely could take in a breath of air, she bellowed it out with the best of them. She must have moved 30,000 people that night. August 24th, 1988, 10 a.m. By now, Colleen is becoming an exceptional role model for other victims of CF. She makes an appearance on Twin Cities Live, and her love for life does not go unnoticed.
How can you keep an outlook and be as cheerful and be as optimistic about life as you are, and anyone who meets you within the first 20 seconds gets that feeling?
Oh gosh, thanks.
She would frequently say, "Well, somebody's got it worse than me, Dad," you know. Then you kind of look at it and think, gosh, how much worse could it be, you know? Gee, I said, "You're going to die."
On February 13th, 1989, Colleen Lannon is readmitted to the University of Minnesota Hospital. Now, weaker than ever, the idea of a transplant seems out of the question. This would be the beginning of 5 long months in the hospital. No doubt she spent time at this wall, as she did with me the summer before, looking at pictures of her CF friends who had died, and wondering when her moment would finally come.
just hope that whenever it's my time, whether I get the transplant or if I don't get the transplant, that it will be comfortable and I won't have to suffer a lot, that they'll be able to make me comfortable.
I think it was about Monday evening when she finally said, she told me who she wanted. And then she said she wanted the morphine. And I think with that it wasn't painful.
On Tuesday, June 13th, 1989, Colleen Lannon died. She was 27.
The idea of having regular, healthy lungs and taking in a breath, I mean, I can't even comprehend what that would be like.
You know, when she dies, she'd be free, and she knew that.
Ahmad Rashad, former Minnesota Viking star, moved successfully into a career as a sportscaster, has had many changes in his life. For example, of course, he is now married to wife Felicia, star of The Cosby Show, along with that other guy, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Also, he has a little 2-year-old daughter, Condola. He has a new book, which is now out in paperback, called Rashad. And he is with us now, the one and only. How you doing, buddy?
You know, it's always nice to be with you guys.
Well, it's good to see
wonderful.
you. We always
Thank
thought you were going to be a talk show host in the Twin Cities, but
That's
then you turned
right.
out to be a network sportscaster, so I guess you're all right. Hey, listen, I read, huh?
I have to follow my wife wherever she goes.
That's true.
Was that it?
I read that Felicia said that, you know, you proposed on television. Everybody knows that. But I read Felicia said that before that you had never discussed marriage at all. Is that true?
Well, see, you have to be careful with these kinds of things. If I would have discussed it and got some sort of a feeling like she was not really wanting to go in that direction, then that would have killed the whole thing.
Well, right.
So I figured, yeah, the best thing was just put her on, put pressure on her to ask her on television. Then I knew she wasn't going to say no. She might have said, we'll talk about it later, but she wouldn't have said no.
Well, it sounds like you trapped her. Now, if it were me, see, I'd like to test the waters first, because the trap doesn't sound like the best way to start, right?
Well, I had to trap her.
Looks like it's worked out well.
That's exactly right. And our daughter now will be 3 next month, so time is flying.
Yeah, I read that Felicia is a vegetarian and also she's a meditator and was before she met you. Did she get you into those disciplines?
You know, I have been a vegetarian for a while, and so that was something that didn't change. In terms of meditation, no, I haven't started that. I haven't found the time. Somehow she finds the time to meditate. Maybe in the car for 10 minutes every now and then, but not too much.
While you're driving?
That's right.
Yeah, whoops.
All right, let's do a little sentence completion game, okay? I'll start the sentence and you complete it. Ready?
All right.
All right, here we go. People who really know me know that I am...
funny.
I love to...
eat corn on the cob.
and I hate to...
I hate to... This is tough, Steve.
I know.
I hate to... I don't know.
All right,
That's
here's another one. Sometimes,
come back to that one.
Sometimes I wish I could be more...
energetic.
And if I could do anything I wanted in the whole world right now, I would...
Do nothing.
No kidding. So it
Yeah,
sounds
I
a
mean,
little
I'd
bit, you want to be a little more energetic, you wish you could kind of relax. You must be kind of stressed out.
Well, you know, I find myself having to do things all the time. I would like to find a time that I could just stop and really get away from it for about 2 weeks. That would be wonderful. But I haven't been able to do that in the last few years. Every time I think that a time is coming up where I'm going to have some free time, something else happens. So I would like a nice vacation. I'd like to come to Minnesota for 2 weeks and do nothing.
Wait, now I understand you still have a house here. Is that true?
I will always keep a house there because that is home for me. And once I moved to New York, I never got rid of my house. My wife loves it there. And it's a secret that we know about, so let's not tell too many other people.
Okay. Do you get back very often, though?
Yeah, I sneak in a lot. I'm a season ticket holder of the Timberwolves.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Hey, tell us a little bit about football when you were playing. When you were under huge pressure, in other words, when it was time for you to catch a pass that would save the game, what was going through your mind when that pass is thrown to you?
You know, Steve, those are things that as a kid you dream about. And in your dreams, you always think that it's the last minute, the last second chance. You dream that you catch a ball that makes you the hero. And so when you actually get that opportunity, it's wonderful. I remember during course of games, I would want the game to get close. And I would want to have the last opportunity to win the game.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun part of it.
The guy's got nerve. It's like proposing on national televition.
Yeah, see,
He's got nerve.
See, a lot of people would get tense. They'd get tight. But you got excited.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, that was why I was so effective, I think, that most of the people around me got nervous and uptight, and I would just slide right in there and do my thing, and it was a situation that I felt that I had the upper hand.
You've been able to make the move from football into another career successfully, and a lot of athletes don't ever make that switch. How were you able to do it? What was the secret?
I really think it's making up your mind early in life that there are more things to life than football, because you know early on that you're not going to be able to play it for a long period of time. So at that point you have to decide what else you want to do. And I started, as you know, working in television there in Minneapolis.
Right.
So by the time I got to my 11th year, it was a great situation that I had to make a decision. Was I going to go on and play a couple of more years of football, or was I going to take an opportunity to go and do network television? So that was the good thing for me. I had a decision to make, and I think that's the way you want it. You don't want to get to the point where once you quit playing football, then you got to go try to find a new job.
So you get something else started before you quit football.
You got so much time. It's only a 6-month sport.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting to wrap up, but one more quickie here, Ahmad. You're not putting good times off, are you, to work too hard, are you?
You know what, Steve? Between me and you guys, I think I'm getting to that point that I have to start deciding that it's important to take some good time, get away from it, because I have been very busy, and I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to wait till I'm, 60 years old and say, geez, I should have enjoyed myself when I was 40. Did I say 40?
Are you 40?
I'm 40.
Are you really?
This is my first day of being 40, though.
Is that right?
Happy birthday. My goodness,
Well,
you look
thank
about
you.
24.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Congratulations, buddy, and good luck in the book.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Ahmad Rashad, and his new book is available in paper now called Rashad. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Toys for Tots is coming. This is Jim Rockholt.
Hi, Steve. Starting November the 24th through December the 20th, Toys for Tots campaign is starting. Along with the First Star Shillard Bank, in conjunction with the United States Marine Corps Reserves, they're one of our drop-off points, and what they're offering for anybody bringing in a toy to enter into a drawing of a giveaway for 2 free gift baskets and a turkey each week.
Okay. And more information on that, 546-6811. Very good. Good luck on it this year.
Thank you.
And let me get you all standing with the dolls. They're so pretty. This is Sharon England with her group, the Lutheran Social Service Auxiliary, to tell us about
Hi, Sharon. Lutheran Social Service Auxiliary invite everyone to the doll shop this Saturday from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock and Sunday from noon to 4 at Lutheran Social Service Agency at 2414 Park Avenue, and that's in Minneapolis. We have a wonderful variety of dolls and accessories and even our own exclusive paper doll that's been designed for us. And the proceeds for this program go to children and youth served by Lutheran Social Service, and it's a great way to start your Christmas shopping, Sharon.
Unusual dolls. They're just beautiful.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you. Steve?
Free Thanksgiving dinner and groceries coming up. Danny Lewis here.
Well, you know, Steve, many people don't have the economic means to provide their own Thanksgiving meal or are just plain lonely, and the Minneapolis Guardian Angels, along with the Minneapolis YMCA and the American Indian Center, are going to be providing free groceries, a complete hot turkey meal, and we are also going to be delivering meals to people in the Twin City area, so people can call the screen. Also, we still need donations of food items, so if people can donate anything perishable or non-perishable, please call.
Good, sounds good. And there's a number there. You say where?
Where do you donate? Yeah.
Where do they donate?
They can bring donations directly to the site where the feast is being held at the Minneapolis American Indian Center in South Minneapolis, or call the number on the screen.
Great.
Okay, thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
Coming up tomorrow's show, Louis Anderson is coming back into the Twin Cities. He has a new book, and he really talks seriously about his life and what it was like growing up with his parents.
And also, we're going to show you party dressing, what people are going to be wearing for the holidays this year.
That's what you're wearing, right?
No, that's not my outfit, but I might consider it.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Henderson Chauffeured Cadillacs provide limousine transportation for the guest of good company. Henderson offers the largest selection of color, style, and service in the 5-state area. Accommodations for the guest of good company provided by the Radisson Plaza Hotel, downtown Minneapolis, featuring the Festival Restaurant.